Let's talk about something the British tabloids really didn't want to happen. Meghan's With Love holiday special is now top 10 in 25 countries. And yes, that includes the UK. Oh, the rage must be delicious. Because here's the thing. For months, certain newspapers and angry commentators were foaming at the mouth saying she's irrelevant, she's a failure, she's over, no one wants to watch anything she does. Meanwhile, the actual public, not the online trolls, not the bots, not the ones who were paid to hate her, the actual public said, press play. Her special shot straight into the top 10 in countries like Canada, Romania, Australia, New Zealand, and the one that hurts her haters most, the UK. Imagine waking up every morning to scream about someone and then discovering that your own country is streaming her show more than the royals' coverage. That, to me, is outstanding behavior. And why this is so funny is because this is the same Meghan that they claimed was finished. The same Meghan that they said no one cared about anymore. The same Meghan they insisted couldn't pull an audience without the royal family. I remember in those days when they left, somebody actually said that Harry and Meghan couldn't do anything without the royal family and, more importantly, without the royal rota.
It's the festive season, mince pies, tinsel, and of course the British press melting down over Meghan Sussex. The city sparkles, but nothing glitters quite like a royal controversy in December. Just when they thought she was out of the spotlight, Meghan drops a holiday special. It's the kind of move that sends editors scrambling and social media buzzing. Not just any special, the special. The one everyone would be talking about whether they wanted to or not. It lands quietly, almost under the radar, then rockets to #1. Not just in the UK or America, everywhere. From Sydney to Stockholm, viewers tuned in. The world wanted Meghan's festive cheer. People gathered in living rooms, cafes and dorms, eager to see what she'd share. The press predicted disaster. Desperate bid for attention, they sneered. Will anyone even watch? The headlines were brutal, the skepticism thick in the air. They were ready to declare her irrelevant. Some even drafted their takedowns before the special aired, convinced it would flop. But the public didn't tune out. They tuned in droves. The numbers soared, and living rooms filled with laughter and applause. The special, full of warmth, charity and charm, became an overnight sensation. It was more than just entertainment. It was a feel-good moment the world needed. Fleet Street called it a flop. The world called it a hit. Social media exploded with praise, memes, and heartfelt reactions. Imagine being that wrong, that publicly. Months spent writing her off, only to see her name at the top of the charts. The shock was palpable. Above superhero movies, above gritty dramas, Meghan reigned. She outperformed the blockbusters and the Oscar hopefuls. It's a plot twist worthy of a soap opera, but with real numbers. The kind of twist that makes even the most jaded critics sit up and take notice. For a day, the naysayers were silent. The usual noise faded, replaced by stunned silence and reluctant respect. This wasn't a fluke, it was a statement. Meghan had proven her staying power, and the world was watching. Meghan's appeal isn't about a royal title, it's about her authenticity, her resilience, her ability to connect. People are interested in her as a personality, a producer, a mother, a philanthropist. She's more than a headline, she's a story in motion. The special wasn't about palaces or protocols, but about connection and warmth. It was about real moments, real people, and real impact. She proved she could command a massive audience on her own terms. The numbers didn't lie, and neither did the smiles. The press meltdown wasn't just about a TV show, it was about losing control of the story. Meghan's success is undeniable. The narrative had slipped from their grasp. She's not just surviving, she's thriving. Each step forward is a reminder that she's writing her own story now, The world is watching, and the press can only watch in disbelief. The power dynamic has shifted, and everyone knows it. The narrative has shifted, and Meghan is at the centre. She's not just a subject, she's the author. The old story is over. The tired tropes and recycled criticisms have been left behind. The new one? It's spectacular, and it's just begun. The world is ready for the next chapter. Are you? Remember when the tabloids predicted Meghan's irrelevance? They splashed her name across every front page, convinced her story was over before it had truly begun. Every headline insisted she'd fade away, her Hollywood dreams doomed, her ambitions dismissed as wishful thinking. They wrote with certainty, as if negativity could make it true. Her podcast, dismissed as a passing fad. Her book, mocked before it even hit the shelves. The message was clear. Without the crown, she was nothing, just another name to be forgotten. But they misunderstood her appeal. It was never about tiaras, palaces, or royal titles, but the woman herself, her voice, and her story. The relentless negativity only amplified public interest, making her even more talked about. Instead of diminishing her, it made her an underdog, someone people wanted to see succeed against the odds. People started rooting for her, seeing themselves in her struggle and resilience. The tabloids, in trying to tear her down, made her a symbol of resilience, strength, and perseverance. While they wrote her off, the world waited for her next move, curious about what she'd do next. The public didn't lose interest. They got more invested, following her journey more closely than ever before. The press missed the real story. Meghan's relevance was never theirs to decide. It belonged to the people who saw her for who she truly is. Two universes, side by side. In one, the tabloids relentlessly paint Meghan as a pariah, her every project supposedly doomed from the start, the public united in their disapproval. Headlines scream scandal, and newsrooms debate her every move, convinced she's lost the crowd. But in the other universe, the one grounded in reality, her holiday special soars to the top of global streaming charts, watched by families everywhere who are genuinely enjoying her work. Millions tune in from around the world. Her book rockets up bestseller lists, and her podcast dominates the charts, with listeners captivated by her voice and stories. Social media lights up with praise for her warmth, authenticity, and the positive messages she shares. Influencers and everyday fans alike celebrate her success online. The disconnect is staggering. The press insists no one cares, yet they can't stop talking about her. Their headlines clash with the reality of millions tuning in and enjoying her content. Ironically, their obsession only fuels more curiosity. Every negative headline sends more people searching, watching, and forming their own opinions. The tabloids have lost their grip on public opinion. People are no longer swayed by sensational headlines. They're looking elsewhere for the truth. Now, audiences go straight to the source, watching, listening, and deciding for themselves what to believe, free from the old filters of the press. And when given the choice, they like what they see. Laughter, smiles, and genuine enjoyment fill living rooms everywhere. The verdict is clear. The press said flop, but the people said hit. The numbers, the applause, and the trending charts all tell the real story. The old gatekeepers are out. The audience is in control now. Meghan's success is living proof that the power has shifted. The narrative is no longer theirs to write. The people have spoken, loud and clear, and they're tuning in, on their own terms, more than ever before. Data doesn't lie. 100 million streams, #1 in 70 countries. These aren't rumours, these are receipts. For years, the anti-Meghan narrative was built on whispers and opinion. But streaming numbers are a wrecking ball. When a show tops global charts, opinion columns become irrelevant. The audience, the only jury that matters, has spoken. Meghan is a digital heavyweight, connecting directly with a global audience. She's bypassed hostile gatekeepers, going straight to the public. The success of her special is a masterclass in modern media. The numbers sting for the old guard. Their business model, shaping perception, has been upended by a dashboard. The world has moved on. The sound of millions streaming is the new reality. And their vote is for Meghan. The press clung to the irrelevance myth that Meghan would vanish without her royal title. But her holiday special demolished that idea. Irrelevant people don't top global charts or dominate social media. Meghan was never just a royal. She was a self-made success before the palace. The press misjudged her story. Her appeal was always personal, not institutional. Now, free from royal constraints, she's building her own brand. The myth is busted, and the old narrative is dust. Meghan's Rebrand is one of the most successful in recent memory. She's gone from Duchess to global media force, on her own terms. This wasn't retreat, it was a strategic pivot. She's now shaping stories, not just starring in them. Her holiday special is proactive, feel-good content, showcasing her values. She controls the narrative, cutting out hostile middlemen. It's a checkmate move. Instead of crumbling under pressure, she's built a media empire. She's turned lemons into a global lemonade brand. Meghan is now the writer, director, and producer of her own story. And it's a blockbuster. What's Meghan's secret? Authenticity. In a world of perfection, she's refreshingly real, charismatic, passionate, relatable. The tabloids' attacks only made her more compelling, a protagonist standing up to power. For many, she's a symbol of courage and self-determination. Her special wasn't about status, but simple joys, family, community, giving back. It showed the real Meghan, the one people connect with. The global success proves the public wants more of her. Meghan's story is a lesson in modern fame. Direct connection beats hostile narratives. The world is watching, captivated, not by a duchess, but by Meghan. As the festive season continues, her critics are left with coal. Meghan is more relevant and powerful than ever, and that's the best Christmas gift of all.
And that wraps our daily diaries updates. Harry and Meghan always keep the world talking. And if you enjoy this update, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and for more royalty subbed with honesty, just right here on Daily Diaries Friday. Till next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep shining. See you next time with more royal news and good vibe. Bye bye.